friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything.
But it seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. There'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, Peterson again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A give to Peterson out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They run again with Peterson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Now receiver in motion left. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like
here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Second down, Peterson again. And some room to work. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 27-yard line. 55 rushing yards, rushing favors. He's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That's what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Again, Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Culpepper. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it, not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Peterson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
You look at the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I question his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball and put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 75 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Second down, Peterson again.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is our last chance. Let's go now.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Peterson running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got to pin down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Set. Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's going to be caught by Moss. Touchdown, Vikings!
That's good. They just gave up there. That's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they had a tough time after the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. That pass caught. It's Williams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got this, complete to Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Carter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run over center with Peterson. They find some open field, and Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Vikings!
1,000-yard rushing rate this season. Got his first touchdown in the playoffs. Perhaps if we call it energized.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cow.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, it's Stafford. And that's complete to Sanders. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you throw a ball like that, trying to throw somebody open and lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Seven Pirates!
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they've won throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more risky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
It certainly feels like this defensive group is fit.
Peterson gets the call running left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. They'll run with Peterson. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they can snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Left side here to Sanders. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Dances by him. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Sanders toss left side. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Stafford. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it would appear that that first round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah.